You just invested 25 lakh rupees in your friend's startup here in India, and bam, the startup gets a tax notice directly because of your check. What you've just slammed into is Section 56(2) viib, better known to everyone as the dreaded angel tax. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're tearing apart the hidden regulatory traps of funding an Indian startup and looking at exactly how an investment meant to fuel innovation can suddenly morph into a massive tax nightmare.
So let's dive right into this. Picture it. You're sitting in a bustling startup office down in Bengaluru. The energy is totally electric. Your friend's got this absolutely brilliant idea, a killer team, and they really just need that initial seed capital to get things off the ground. You believe in them, right? So you whip out your checkbook and write a check for 25 lakh rupees. You're feeling fantastic. You're an angel investor, fueling the next big thing. Handshakes all around, celebrations, looking forward to the future.
But then, the music stops. Fast forward a few months, and the founder calls you, literally panicking. They just got hit with a formal notice from the income tax department. The assessment glares at them, reading, "Unexplained share premium detected." Yep, the extremely rude awakening here is that the startup is being penalized specifically and exclusively because of that 25 lakh check you wrote.
Section 4, Defining the Angel Tax. Let's look at what's actually happening here. To understand why your investment triggered an audit, we got to look at the exact legal provision causing all this friction. Okay, in 10 seconds, here is the angel tax. If you pay a price for shares that is above the government's fair market value, or FMV, that excess amount is legally treated as the startup's income, and it gets taxed heavily at over 30%.
Crazy, right? Let's quickly trace the history here. This provision was originally rolled out back in 2012 by the UPA government as an anti-abuse measure. The idea was to stop money laundering and unaccounted cash from circulating through bogus share premiums. Good intentions for sure, but in reality, it spread like wildfire in the wrong direction, inadvertently becoming a massive hurdle that just ended up punishing legitimate founders who were raising genuine capital.
Which brings us to our next section.
The NRI tax roller coaster.
And this is where it gets really wild for foreign capital. Pre-2023, non-resident Indians were completely exempt, total safe harbor. Then, Budget 2023 drops, removes the exemption, and suddenly NRIs are taxed, causing massive panic and stalled deals everywhere. Finally, acknowledging the absolute chaos, Budget 2026 steps in and abolishes the angel tax completely.
Now we move to 3 routes to protection. Because you're probably wondering, hey, if it's abolished, why do we even care? Well, the catch is the abolition is prospective from April 2025. It is not retrospective. So all those past investments and pending disputes, they're still trapped under the old rules. Founders absolutely still need defense strategies right now.
Route 1. Grab a DPIIT recognition certificate to secure an official exemption. Route 2. Lock down a rigorous Rule 11UA valuation report from a merchant banker. Route 3. Rely on the 10% safe harbor rule to shield those minor pricing deviations.
But wait, there's more. Let's look at the hidden FEMA trap.
Dealing with income tax is honestly just half the battle when foreign capital is involved. There's a literal tug-of-war between 2 regulatory giants here. The Income Tax Act says you must issue shares at or below fair market value to dodge the angel tax. But FEMA, the Foreign Exchange Management Act, demands you issue shares at or above fair market value so capital doesn't leave the country on the cheap. They are demanding exact opposites. So your price literally has to hit the exact bullseye of the FMV to keep everyone happy.
On top of that, filing the FCGPR form on the RBI portal within 30 days is a separate, mandatory compliance that most NRIs miss completely, opening them up to severe penalties.
Moving into our final stretch, 2026 relief and next steps.
Your 2026 budget update is simply this. The angel tax is officially dead, but Section 68 documentation remains absolutely mandatory to prove investor identity and fund sources.
The removal of the angel tax is an absolute game changer. But as we've seen, the compliance paperwork hasn't magically vanished. DM me the word angel for a free startup investment compliance check. Because really, after pouring years of blood, sweat, and capital into building the next big thing, are you actually going to let a single missed form ruin your entire exit?